Anyone that owns a boat knows that it's just not natural for it to be on land too long.
It's just like, really?
Today, we're so happy to say Merriweather is heading back to the water.
Many times I feel like this would never happen.
Yes, Splash Day has finally arrived and we couldn't be more stoked about it.
Finally.
But all our happiness gets cut short as we discover a potentially huge problem that could have us back on land before we've even gone for our first sail.
We're gonna have to go back out.
Alright, so we're back here in the engine room and I have got my copper strap. Bam! Have a look at that bad boy. So I found this at an electrical store the other day. It's really thick and this should last, geez, 15-20 years hopefully. Hopefully I never have to do this job again. I need a copper strap which attaches from my earthing system here in my engine room down to the keel, and this is the replacement. The old one was completely corroded and no longer had a good connection. So this right here is the socket which the nut will go into in a second, and it's on my long extension on the end of a drill. So this is how I managed to get it out. I need to really stick my arm down there, but this is the idea. We're going to put the nut in there and then that's the idea anyway. And I've straightened out my copper strap and it's quite long, as you can see. So that's going to go all the way down in the sump. I think I had a freaking win. So I think that worked. The copper strap is completely, you can't move it at all. So I think that's a win. I'm going to count that as a win. Now I can put in my suction out hoses and my level switch, and then now I can use that sump, because I've been trying to avoid putting water in this sump because I need to do this job. But now it's done. I can put all my suction hoses in and I can put my level switch in, and I can actually use all the taps around the boat, which is a big step forward to getting the kids and Isabel on the boat, which is, yeah, happy days. It is warm down here, but geez, it's warm. Whew, we are up bright and early this morning. Today is launching day. It's finally come. It's finally come. Right now the boys are just bringing the cradle over. We're knocking out a few, they've knocked out a few supports already, and the cradle's going to come under the boat and pick it up, and then all the supports will be knocked away, and we're going to have my painter who done my anti-fouling, he's going to finish it off. There's certain patches where the supports were, and they're all going to have to be sanded and painted, and whole process. What you need to know is this morning they're picking me up. This afternoon about 4:30 they're going to launch into the water. So it's going to be exciting, finally. So yeah, it's going to help them out now. So we have been here 8 or 9 weeks now, and it has never rained more than an hour or two. And so far it is about midday and it's been raining since this morning. It's so annoying, so very annoying. The guys were waiting for the rain to finish, but now we can't be sure if it's going to finish. So the guys have come over and now they're sanding the patches around the boat where the stands used to be. I think we need to wait for this rain to stop before we can paint the patches. We're due to be dropped in the water at 4:30, which is 4.5 hours away. So I really need this rain to stop. really need it to stop. This is one heck of a coincidence. I mean, it's just like raining all day when we need to paint. The very first day it's rained all day in 8 weeks. It's just like, really? Alright, we are away. The crane driver has just turned on the crane, should I say cradle, I think. And I'm going to be on the boat while it moves around the yard. Isabel will be hopefully getting down here quick enough to jump on as well and help me, because right now we don't have an engine in the boat. So when we get into the water, I need Isabel and me with fenders, because we're going to be getting towed into our berth and we got no control over the boat, so we just want a lot of hands. Exciting times! Exciting times! Jeez, I've been waiting this for a while. Oh, there's a bit of wind. There's a little bit more wind than I'd like.
I'm not gonna lie, I am extremely emotional right now. It's been a very long time, and many times I feel like this would never happen. So it's unreal. Let's see how she floats, eh? Hello.
Hey.
How you feeling?
A little bit stressed. Lots to do. Got to concentrate, but overall very good. I'm going to check the seacocks, and they're going to tow us into our berth. No engine.
Now, I need to tell you, we need to like
2 lines.
And more line.
One at the stern, one at the bow. Yep. While still in the cradle, we quickly checked all the seacocks to make sure they had been installed correctly. This is vital to keep the water out of the boat. After 12 months on the hard, getting back into the water is a huge milestone for us. The mixed excitement and stress of this occasion really had us on our toes.
We're officially in the water, in our berth. We got the berth that we wanted. We needed to go bow in. There's some work that needs to be done still on the bow. I am having trouble finding the words. Kieran briefly checked the seacocks and I think they look good. I think he's gonna have a more thorough check on everything. The rudder's a major one, so we'll see. But I mean, just this rocking around just brings a huge smile to my face. It's just been very, very long time coming, just this moment, and yeah, no, I could not hold back the tears. No surprise there. I'll see if I can catch Kieran and see what he's feeling right now.
And we're rocking around. Oh, it feels good. Feels good.
Hello.
Hello.
How does it feel? More than good.
It's been a long road to this point. I feel like there's still a little bit of a road ahead, but the major milestone of like launching into the water, really accomplishing, you know? And it's been a long time and we've been put up with so much delays and we've
shit
and just very happy to be here.
Good work, Dom.
Shit. While on the hard, I had replaced the packing of the rudder. I forgot to check if this new packing was working correctly and keeping the water out of the boat.
We're gonna have to go back out.
Alright, that was a little bit stressful, so let me just update you now that it's all passed a little bit. Okay, so some of the checks that I had to do when we got placed in the water was I had to check all the seacocks to make sure none of them were leaking, because I did replace 2 seacocks. And I also wanted to check the engine room, because if the engine room floods, I mean, we're losing half the good stuff in the boat. So I checked all the seacocks, they're all good. The engine room seacock, all good. But there was one thing I forgot to check in the moment, and Isabel reminded me afterwards, thank goodness, is the rudder stock. So the rudder, when we bought the boat, had a leak. I pulled out the packing and I replaced the packing, but the problem is you're meant to have 3 layers of packing. And I put 3 layers of packing in and I couldn't get my packing nut on top. I believe the packing nut thread, the fiberglass thread inside the boat, it's worn down. The boat's from 92 and I believe this thread is quite worn down. So I could only get 2 in and screw the nut up. I couldn't get 3 in and screw the nut up. So I put 2 in and I screwed the nut up quite tight. A shipwright nearby kind of assured me, yeah, you should be fine and no worries. I wasn't fine. It is leaking slightly, which is really concerning. It's leaking very, very, very small amounts. We are just in the marina. I think if we were moving at great speed, it would be leaking a lot more. So that's the problem. The solution, I have 2 possible scenarios. One is I just remove all the rudder stuff and tighten the nut, and hopefully tightening the nut will seal it a bit better. I'm pretty sure I tightened it pretty good, but I'll give it another crack. That is, the tightening nut idea is just kind of, you know, we don't have to get hauled back out, but if that doesn't work, we're going to have to get hauled back out, and I'm going to have to come up with a real solution to this problem, because it's really frustrating and it's really important that this doesn't leak when we're out in the middle of nowhere. Not the jump for joy great occasion I was hoping for, getting launched into the water. And probably my fault as well is the boat's a bit of a shit fight. It's been raining this morning, I was meant to clean up and it's just been pouring down. I haven't had a chance to clean up. Then when the rain finally stopped, the boys were pretty much painting and launching. So we were moving around all this junk, and I'm really upset with myself that I left the boat in such a state. It's nice to see her floating, it is, but there's just still so much work to do before I'm happy with her. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
Da primeira vez que eu te vi, menina.
If you want to get access to Patreon-only videos while also supporting us in a big way, please become a patron of Sailing Merriweather by clicking the link in the description. You'll be supporting us in making these videos the best they can be.
Que eu te vi.